Sometimes we find happiness in the little things, such as waking up to a face full of brilliant sunshine. Sometimes we find happiness in more profound ways, such as seeing your relatives after years. There are different kinds of happiness and different motives to be happy, but some are rarer and more valuable than others. Often, we're lost in a maze of confusion and despair without guidance, and we fall into the false exits of video games, substances, and other forms of indulgence. In the blind search for happiness, we lose the belief, purpose, and potential of our lives. But where does the true oasis of happiness lie? It's in you. So often, happiness comes like a flurry of emotions, and they vanish without a trace. But what exactly is happiness that lasts? Imagine a delicate glass of wine. In order to make this glass of liquid, thousands of grapes has to be grown, tended to, harvested, have the juice extracted out of them, and the liquid has to undergo 10, 20, or even 30 years of patient fermentation. But the taste of the wine is exquisite. It's gentle, it's flowing, it's memorable, and it embodies all of the labor that went into this glass of wine. Enduring happiness is very similar. It's a congregation of effort. But why? Now imagine the same glass of wine, but drunk by an alcoholic. Now the value is lost, the taste is lost, and the significance is lost. In very much the same way, we are related to the events and the things in our lives, and those relationships speak significance. Now imagine a visitor walking through a beautiful garden. Of course, he or she is going to see the diverse flowers, the charming landscape, and the excellent degree to which the garden is tended. But now, imagine the gardener walking through his or her own garden. The gardener knows every flower, every landscape, and he or she is aware of the effort that has been put in to make the garden stand out. And it's this relationship that brings the gardener enduring happiness. Now imagine your country's sports team wins the global championship. Of course, being a supporter of your nation's team, you're going to be happy. But now, as the coach sees his pupils, the players that he developed personally, achieving the same great achievement, because of the effort that the coach has put into the players, the relationship between the coach and this extraordinary event is what brings he or she enduring happiness. Thus, enduring happiness is the precious distillation of time, sweat, passion, and unbroken perseverance. From a psychological standpoint, think about Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which is a system that describes what a human needs in order to thrive, devised in 1943. And in his pyramid, esteem and self-actualization are at the top. Of course, without survival needs, love, and social acceptance, happiness is virtually impossible. But without dedication to goals, grit, and just sheer effort, happiness is never complete. And your life is hollow without fulfillment, purpose, and enduring happiness. But how exactly do you find enduring happiness? What if you are already stuck in a downward spiral of self-doubt, and thus making you unmotivated, and thus making you doubt yourself even more? But you have to remember that you fall into this state with a domino effect worsening over time. But you can use the same domino effect to get out and find enduring happiness. But before we get to the mental side, it's key to maintain good physical health first, or else there's little energy to keep your presence of mind. Sometimes we just simply overlook good sleep, sufficient eating, and putting a hard time limit on your electronic devices. To get started, it's not complex. From now on, building up towards enduring happiness, The next important step is to set goals. This method allows you to direct your effort towards measurable and meaningful periods, and you can reward yourself with a sense of achievement and satisfaction. In the short term, a very powerful strategy is to set your own deadline for assignments. Instead of feeling that other people are in charge of your personal responsibilities, you are in control. In the long term, think about certain programs or positions that you would like to be in. And with a long term goal, you will break down into short term goals, such as test scores, skills that you have to learn, and eventually down to everyday tasks. Finally, the last step towards enduring happiness is finding your own passion. This directly satisfies your sense of purpose, which is one of the most important aspects for happiness. It's no longer just about what others expect you to do. It's about being in control of your own impacts in this world. Aside from subjects, you know a lot of fields. Don't be afraid to set aside time to learn anything that interests you. It's acceptable that it might be hard to decide on one, but you can pursue in many directions. Nevertheless, confidence is not always with you on this journey towards happiness. But if you can always believe in yourself, you can achieve many things that you once deemed impossible. Your skills at this current moment are far more extensive than what you might think. Yes, everyone has the ability to be happy, but it still takes commitment and, most importantly, time to reach enduring happiness. But it's worth it to take the leap of faith, because ultimately, the pursuit of happiness is more than just happiness itself. It's about completing your personal destiny.